Extreme. Vor, who do you think is going to take it?
I think it's going to be L0wfly, but it can be a very close game if they can keep Silence under control.
Impulse was starting off with. He's got that plasma, he's got the mega, he's got the chunk of shards as well, which puts him in a very good position. We do have a power-up time on stream. Of course, the player's playing, can't see that.
Well, I don't have a time.
Going to be in 10 seconds time, which should make it 33 seconds, which is a very early quad and battlesuit. Of course, the first one spawns at exactly the same time. Impulse is going to be in a great position.
Early power-ups often catch teams out.
There's the battlesuit. Well, it's going to be a double power-up then for Skillz. They got very fortunate.
Yeah, of course, that is just fortune, because there's no way for either team to set up, and it just happens that they've got a player near enough to each to get there first.
Hey, fortune favours the brave, right?
Right.
Following Ron with the quad, going to switch to Impulse. They are hunting the frags. They can't really find any at the moment. Red armor is up, and nobody of their team's inside the red armor room, so that's perhaps a little bit of a fail.
That's got to be miscommunication to allow just a free red armor pickup when you've got power-ups. So look at that. Funny bee with the pummel.
Ron at the moment.
Oh. How come I was on a different one?
It's because I was flicking between them.
You're just flicking and not telling me, so that doesn't really help, does it?
No.
So who are we on?
We're on Zon at the moment. He did survive. He's got 10 health. Just in the quad area, not really doing anything. I'm going to cycle.
Well, yeah, he's in kind of just an annoying area of the map, and with nothing. It's kind of like, what do? You should probably just look to die.
On extreme at the moment. He's now at this upper yellow position with a railgun. That's key. It looks like, as we'd expect from Skillz, we've seen this. Whoa, look at that. Wow. Direct rocket from Funny Bee. Perfectly timed.
He must have, yeah, just guessed it based on the sound. And because Extreme didn't hold his movement at all, he's got a bit of luck.
I'm not sure why he was so aggressive, Extreme, there, actually.
Not having to take the rail, and that's a good attack from L0wfly over to this rail position, so things are really looking good for them there.
Wow, great railing from Funny Bee. Look at that, second impressive. Almost hits that other rail as well. Oh my god, hits that rail through the gap. Funny Bee is playing an amazing game at the moment. But I mean, how would you, well actually, let's see, we've got the quad, is a couple of seconds before the battlesuit. Looks like Funny Bee's going to make his way towards the battlesuit, I mean the quad, sorry. And yeah, he's got teammates supporting him as well, so easy pickup for them. Extreme taking the battlesuit, doesn't fail the rocket jump, like we've seen Q50 do. Video up on our YouTube of that. Or his YouTube, I don't know.
Hey YouTube.
Here we go, quad versus battlesuit, missing the rockets, does hit a good direct one though. And it's kind of 50-50 who's going to come out on top here, but the quad's definitely done the better job in terms of frags. Oh my god. Extreme machine gun down there at the end. His rockets were, well, they were terrible, let's be honest.
Well, they weren't great, but, you know, the knockback from the LG was kind of fortunate, but it pushed him back through that gap. So it allowed, well, it didn't actually allow quad to escape, because I think the quad died in the end anyway.
Yeah, it seemed to die, didn't it? Just to the side. I don't know where he's taking damage from. Or who from. But I mean, Vo, I mean, strategically then, what are the important areas of this map? Where
well,
should the teams
obviously,
be locking it down?
red, because red has red armor obviously and a lightning gun in it. That's obviously so important in the highest level games that you can't ever allow your opponent just to have an easy time picking both those items up, because you know that's going to translate into pressure all around the map. But at the moment, you know, Skillz aren't doing a very good job at all, because so far we're 4 minutes in and they haven't had a single red armor, so that does not bode well at all.
In such an open map as well. And we saw they had a double power up at the start as well. In fact, we saw they had the quad inside the red room and still didn't manage. Even though it spawns every only 25 seconds, they still didn't manage to get one. That's amazing. Leading up to the power-ups now, we're following Triple Sex. Looks like they're doing a pretty decent job of securing this, actually. Makes that nice little jump up. Oh! They do get the battlesuit though, but that was quite a good attack by L0wfly.
It was a good attack. They were in extreme danger, their Skillz, of losing both power-ups, but you know, their battlesuit defense was just about good enough.
I'm going to switch to the quad, have a little, well, the quad, can't switch to it, so I'm guessing he's died.
Yeah, I didn't see what happened to it, but that's a good opportunity now for Skillz to try and get some control over
Red
this
is up.
red.
Here we go.
It's their first red of the map.
Got red armor and they have tied it up. Look at that! Knocked up in the air. Somehow he survives still. Look at the rockets slamming down there. They really aggressively wanted that red room back. And funny B.
I say though, you notice that there wasn't anyone from Skillz coming to the red to help Extreme, so it's obvious that even though he was in there, they weren't really that interested in trying to hold it.
Well, I mean, say you're not going. Wow. Say you're not going for red, then what's an alternate strategy on this map?
Well, if you're not going for red at all, you absolutely have to get every railgun, and you need the yellows obviously as well. And they're doing a good job on the yellows to some extent, but you know, it's 14 to 10. It's hardly the 11 to 2 difference that's on the reds at the moment.
No, it's pretty close in fact.
So they're actually doing a very good job in some ways, Skillz, to actually keep this game even, because items-wise, you know, they're losing this game on items.
Of course, like any area of any map, if you're not going to go for that item, the red, then you want to do exit damage of the person who's picked up the red.
Yeah, and to do that, they're going to need to use the rail. I haven't really seen many people using the rail on the
Vendigo.
pods we've been watching.
Vendigo, such an excellent position there. Gets unlucky with that excellently placed rocket, but he's done a lot of damage in and around the red area, so he's done a good job.
Yeah. And that'll be the key for Skillz, is to make sure they're doing damage, as you say earlier, on the pickup of the item if they're not challenging for it.
They've swapped items this time. Funny be getting a direct rocket there. It looks like he's going really aggressive. I'm going to switch over to the quad though. Vendigo with that pickup. They've gone completely different routes here. It's almost like they want to avoid each other. In fact, Vendigo would be unwise to try and take on the battlesuit down in that tight corridor. He's gone through the teleport. He's taking the long route round. Now the caller B. Oh my god, he can pick up 2 frags here. Needs to connect. Does actually get the frag in the end. Battlesuit does come out. Got a couple of frags himself, so.
Yeah, he really took too much damage with that quad just against those 2 players. That should have been an easy pickup of 2 quick frags.
Of course, you've always got to be aware as well, if somebody spots you, they're telling their teammates on the voice comms exactly where you are, so still then running through towards red, probably, you just got to expect that you're going to meet the battlesuit there then. And he was always going to go down after that damage you've taken. So close though, look at this, I mean, teams are tied. And you were saying L0wfly, and so far they've done, you know, the traditional strategic play. We've seen Funny B a lot. I mean, he's been their star performer.
Well, I said it was going to be a close game if they could keep Silencep quiet, and that is exactly what they've done so far, because Silencep, I've never seen him with a score like this on this map. He's on a -9 net.
He's got a railgun and he's hitting only 20% railgun.
Well, that's unheard of for him.
Missing his rail shots now as we follow him. I mean, eventually gets a frag, but he didn't get impressive from it. It took 3 rail shots.
I mean, he's running the sort of route that we're used to seeing from him on this map, which is just between the 2 yellows, making sure he's got rails to use. But if he's not hitting his shots, then that's obviously why his score isn't as high as it normally is.
There we go, gets a spawn frag. Secured a 2nd rail for himself, so he's got 16 ammo now. It's a few seconds before the power up. I'm not sure he really wanted to leave that end of the map because Battlesuit was up soon, and Impulse has got in behind it and grabbed it, and that rail from Silencep isn't going to do too much damage to a Battlesuit. In fact, they got a double power up again now with Extreme with the quad. I'm going to switch back to the Battlesuit though, because he was in a more advantageous position. And there's Emperor. He hasn't actually got a weapon though. Needs a bit of help from his quad friend, who's just been grenaded by Funny B.
Double grenade from Grenade. 2 direct grenades in a row.
Wow. But he's clearing them out. Impulse here at this upper yellow, so that's excellent play right at the end of that Battlesuit run. Still not in the red though.
Yeah, and despite having that double power up, the score difference really it didn't change, and that is poor really from Skillz. Double power up at this stage of the game, just coming up for the halfway point. That was the ideal time to stamp their authority on the map. They could have taken full control of all the important items.
Funny B, pretty much now, is the only guy in the red. They don't actually need to commit any more players to it, and that is the danger that Skillz have presented themselves with, if anything. I mean, if you're not going to challenge the red ever, it means L0wfly don't need to commit anybody to it.
Yeah, exactly, and that always just invites pressure onto your team when you don't challenge for a major item.
I mean, there's 4 different entrances into the room. I mean, you can do damage. You don't need to actually enter the room, but you can do ranged damage, spam rockets in from the window above, or rail down, or challenge through the corridor. You can do these things, but nothing really on that red at the moment. Funny Bee moving in, using his armor advantage to pressure on this railgun now as well, and that is the problem.
It is a very strange game. I mean, I can't imagine that. You know, really, the rail must be the only thing keeping this game close, because the item stats are ridiculous. No, it's 22 to 20 on the yellows, and it's the closest item.
Zron taking that battlesuit, gets 2 quick frags. Well, they're doing well on the power-ups though.
Yeah, it's just a very weird game.
And that is a typical case of EuroCup splitting their players. Why didn't the quad get the red then? That doesn't make any sense. He looked at it and then ran off. And then his teammate took it and then he ran back. I can't understand that. I'm going to switch back to the battlesuit. He's got 3 frags on this run. Just finishes off with that 4th just as it ran out.
I can't understand how they're dominating the power-ups. I mean, have you seen the item stats? Red, it's 20 to 5 in EuroCup's favour.
21.
13 to 6 on the megas, and they've only taken 2 less yellows, so they've got a huge advantage in terms of resources, but they only have a 1 frag lead.
Output,
yeah, it's just abnormal.
Well, I think it must just have to do with, general damage play is a little bit lower, okay, fair enough, but the main damage is surely going to come from these power-up runs, but as far as I've seen, they've split every time EuroCup.
Yeah, and that's always risky on this map, because, you know, you can split and you can potentially come away with both power-ups, but that hasn't happened at all for them so far, and it's only allowed them to lose both power-ups on, 3 occasions now? And, you know, if that keeps happening, you have to think that at some point Skillz are going to take advantage of that. They can't keep, you know, wasting their opportunities all game.
I mean, if it happens right up to the last power-up, it's going to be close anyway, and then it just could be, you know, luck of the draw and who gets the spawn kills, etc. in the last 30 seconds. You don't want to be playing a game like that, you want to control it. So anyway, following FRS at the moment, leading up to this power-up, 5 seconds to go before the battlesuit. It's got a few seconds advantage now. It looks like EuroCup might actually secure it. They've got 3 people committed to it this time, so they're not going to get quad though.
They're going to put pressure on the quad if they can get there quickly.
It's been railed across, and Impulse somehow dodges that by doing a really slow drop off the bridge.
They're going to rocket.
Look at the damage. They set up really effectively their EuroCup to counter it. I'm going to switch around to the battlesuit Triples X. Who's heard where their quad is? He's going to catch him out. Oh my god, 2 rail shots he managed to hit before going down. So this is the first opportunity they've had to really utilise a power up, take out the quad and come out on top. I mean, they control the red, okay, fair enough.
But they've controlled all game.
Yeah.
It's kind of a weird feeling. I mean, Triple Sex, you know, he's killed the suit of his the quad with his suit, but then it's like, what does he need to do? Because they've dominated every important area of the map pretty much, other than rail. So it's just a very confusing game.
I think they just need a bit more focus, less focus on Mega, and more focus on getting those reds and getting out to the rail and just dominating that area. I mean, the problem is, they are in the lead, so it's not like they're doing anything wrong.
Well, they're in a very slender lead at the moment. And I think they're actually quite fortunate to hold that lead. It's only been Skillz wasting their opportunities that has kept EuroCup in this lead.
On to Funny B's point of view at the moment. Cruising this upper corridor, this is one of the key choke points of the map. He managed to take out 2, but eventually eliminated by Extreme's point-blank range plasma. I mean, the only player we've seen put any aggression towards that red room has been Extreme. And pretty much every time he's just been taken out comfortably because he's the only one doing it. His battlesuit coming up. Vendigo's going to take this pretty cleanly. EuroCup with nowhere to be seen pretty much. And look at that, a quad with 3 health in the end. Now, this is
nothing coming up for him really.
They just can't be timing the power-ups very well. Everything being last second. There's the quad. He's going to take a hell of a lot of damage. Point blank range rail as well by Vendigo. Comes out on top. Red's up in a couple of seconds. There it is. Yep, go and get it.
I was really worried he wasn't going to see that.
Yeah. A nice evasion. That rocket actually going to catch out Funny Bee. That's excellent play by Vendigo.
If he was to stay here now with what he had, you know, he probably would have been able to hold the red on his own.
And the thing is, even if they don't want red as their strategy, if you take it away from L0wfly,
yeah, that
which
means
is their main strategy.
Yeah, he would have probably.
Wow,
he's doing a great
this
job
is
anyway with the
insane,
routes taken.
Cruising the map like a pickup. I don't know if they got that red. I don't think so, because Silensep seemed to take a fair amount of damage there. He did get the frag on Silensep though. And we're now on the Dutchman's point of view. He's so close for. We got 2 sets of power-ups left. 4 minutes remaining. Still, L0wfly are just ahead though.
Yeah, it's a very precarious lead though they've got.
Let's see. Will the experience of players like Silensep, like FRS, will that count for anything last minute? They won't feel the pressure. Maybe they can lock down those final power-ups to secure out the game. I've seen it before from top quality players. Good shot comes in there by Extreme. That's great dodging.
Yeah, unbelievable dodging. It just allowed him to do so much extra damage than, you know, most players would have been able to take. Most players would have died straight away.
So here, FRS, he's going to be a little bit late for this power-up again, and they missed out on the battle suit. It's the timing of when they're moving to the power-ups. It's like...
Oh no, double power-up again.
I can't believe this. They've got to take advantage of it, though. Oh,
They're
he's
not going to.
Oh, gets the frags. Battle suit on the other side of the map. Has got 2 frags, though. I swear the lightning gun was
unless
up.
they can tie this game back up, it's yet again, it's just... What is happening in this map?
Right, they need to... Don't focus so much on the kills on this power-up, then. Just make sure you lock down the key items. They do have position for this red this time. There it is, the red. Go and get the red Extreme. Let's switch... switch around to Extreme, right. He's got a lightning gun, 150 ammo on that. There we go, Funny Bee! Oh my god, that's brilliant countered!
Impressive.
That was excellent play by the L0wfly guys. I mean, they took a lot of damage doing that, but...
No, it really was, because they've just taken out, you know, a totally stacked player with full ammo on the lightning gun.
I mean, he would expect to win any battle there, so it was just really good play, and they're sticking close together. Look how close all their players are there. In twos all the time, L0wfly, and this is where you win maps. Because Skillz will be getting a little bit desperate now. 2 minutes remaining, 1 set of power-ups left.
If L0wfly stick together, you know, any kill that Skillz pick up, there's a good chance that L0wfly will just be able to counter-kill them. If they can do that for the rest of the game, that's it, they win. They just got to ensure that they get 1 power-up, they don't need to take any risks trying to push for both.
In 2 seconds.
Wow, I mean, Skillz are just in the whole mindset situation at the moment. You see L0wfly just very calm, playing it out carefully, slowly. Whereas Skillz are trying to get all the frags now. They're rushing, they're getting worried.
Yeah, and they've got this battle suit completely locked down now. Funny Bee's in position to take it. He's going to take some damage though.
Yeah, it doesn't matter, they're going to pick up the frags. And all they needed to do was just grab that battle suit. Look at this. We can rush in on the quad. He's just missed out on it, but he could get the frag on it. Oh my god! Quad comes out on top of that one. I was sure Funny Bee was going to win out.
1 minute warning.
Well, it's going to be something special now to bring this. And it's not going to happen like that.
It's not going to happen, but it should never have got to this stage for Skillz. I cannot believe the opportunities are wasted. Look at the power-up stats. 41 seconds and 1:07 for L0wfly, 2 minutes 48 and 3 minutes 24 for Skillz.
That's incredible, isn't it?
It's unreal.
Well, it's definitely something that L0wfly are going to have to improve their game on.
Yeah, I really thought they would be a lot stronger on this map than they appear to be. I mean, they've won it. I can't take that away from them, but they'll be wondering how they've won it.
Well, they'll say, we got all the items. Except
Well,
the parrots.
They did get a lot of items, yeah, but
Red
still.
wins.
I think the power-up difference
They got more yellows,
just wasn't...
sorry, more reds and more megas by a significant margin. Well,
Yeah,
there
they
you
did. It's
go.
just Skillz. Just they should have done far better with the power-ups. They had so many of them, so much time with them, and it counted for nothing really. You never saw them take control of the map off of what the 5 double power-ups they had, or 4 double power.